I wish when I was, and I speak as a man, believe in the absolute sovereignty of God, and God knows best. He wrote the wonderful story of my life and your life. So I'm not about changing. So I just speak as a man. If I had known these things when I was so studying when I was 13 years old, and all these years since, I have lived my life on the wrong side of the middle wall partition most of my life. And even most of my dispensational life. And even most of my mid-act period life. I was living on the wrong side of the wall. Man, it's tough when you think your home is somewhere and you're living in somebody else's house. Instead of at your home. And Israel, remember what I told you? Israel during the Acts period, Paul's early epistle, are guests at Israel's table. By the way, that's an advancement. I'm teaching again. Well, maybe are you recording? Well, there'll be a little 2-minute video. But listen, and that shows progressive revelation. In the gospel, if you were a Gentile, you could eat Israel's stuff. You just had to take your dog position and eat it off the floor when it fell off the table. And you say, well, that's really not a nice thing to say. Well, how many people here I have a dog, and man, I love her, and we take good care of her. She's part of the family, in a sense. But anyway, so Gentiles are eaten off the floor. In the Acts period, and in Paul's early epistle, they moved up to guest. Now see, I might have you over my house to eat. We'll invite you for dinner. We'll get out the table, and I know the table's already out. We'll get the silverware stuff out. And the food thing. But you know what? You're a guest. It's not your table, it's not your house, it's not your family. You're a guest. And you usually sort of act a little differently when you're a guest. You don't let all your bad habits out. Because you might have to get kicked out of the house. But you know what? It's our house now. It's our table. Man, we can sit on the table if we want to. We can eat with our shoes off if we want to. Eat whatever we want. It's our table. Oh, man, alive. We'll talk about this one. No matter where I'm at, I can see already I'm not going to make all the things I'm going to talk about today. I'll try to make sure the last one I do before we turn it over, and Levi's going to get all his time. That'll be easy. And but I'm going to talk about how do we live in this current administration. Man, we enjoy our house. We enjoy the table. Take our shoes off. We wear our shorts if we want to. Be cool. We enjoy what God has given us as adult sons of God. Not religion. Listen, religion will treat you like a child. And they'll lead you around and boss you around and tell you what to do. They'll tell you when to get up and when to go to bed and what you got to eat and where you got to go and when you got to go. And I don't care what religion it is. They got all the what ifs. It starts coming out. I've been all around. I was one of the guys spilling that stuff. I thought I was a pastor, And what a wonderful thing to walk in God's grace. Anyway,